Network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
2 people remain in serious condition in Michigan among the 11 stabbed at a Walmart Saturday by someone stopped by customers in the parking lot and held until law enforcement arrived.
Grand Traverse County Sheriff Michael Shea said the suspect in the stabbings, Bradford James Gilley, based in part on his past behavior, will face serious charges.
1 count of terrorism, 11 counts of assault with intent to murder. Mr. Gilley's history shows prior assaultive incidents as well as controlled substance violations.
Police say Gilley used a folding knife to wound men and women at the store who ranged in age from 29 to 84. The victims, according to the sheriff, appeared to be random. So far, a motive has not been given. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
A Delta Airlines pilot is in custody after being arrested by a group of federal agents on a plane Saturday night. Right after he landed on a flight to San Francisco, passengers captured video of it that went viral afterward, and that pilot is facing child sex abuse charges. In Arkansas, there's a manhunt.
Arkansas State Police are urging people who visited Devil's Den State Park on Saturday to check their photos and videos for images of the man officials believe killed Clinton and Kristen Brink while they hiked with their young daughters. The park is part of the Ozark Mountains and is where the Brinks were found dead on a walking trail in a remote part of the park where there is no cell phone service. Investigators say it was a double homicide and that their 7- and 9-year-old daughters were not hurt and are with family members. Police are looking for a white male, last seen wearing a long-sleeve shirt with rolled-up sleeves, dark pants, dark ball cap, and sunglasses, carrying a backpack and driving a dark sedan. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are rising the day before a Federal Reserve 2-day meeting starts to assess the economy and consider an interest rate cut. Friday, the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 closed at record highs. I'm Dave Anthony.
Yeah, of course it did.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Monday. It's July 28th, 2025. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Along with show producer Fred Cruz. Woohoo! Freddie's back. I guess the job interview didn't go very well for you, Freddie. Oh, happy to have you back, Freddie. It's okay. You don't have to get on your hands and knees to back it. Go ahead and take care of the equipment. I'm Sergio Sanchez. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine on standby. The nation's illegal immigrant detention centers reportedly bursting at the seams.
So many people are being swept up in immigration raids here in Texas that there are concerns the holding cells are dangerously packed. Sergio Perez, who heads the Center for Human Rights and Constitutional Law, says they routinely visit detention centers and see a lack of adequate care for kids.
And a system that is ill-equipped for the volume and needs that are present when you have a push of this kind.
He says facilities like the one in Dilley were never meant to hold this many people for this long. Expansion in Texas is coming. Land Commissioner Don Buckingham says the state is prepared to build its own alligator Alcatraz.
Part of that will be FEMA sending about over $600 million to several states to build illegal immigrant detention centers. The funding is part of President Trump's push to expand capacity to hold illegals. FEMA announcing that it's starting a detention support grant program that would cover the cost to build temporary facilities nationwide. States have until August 8th to apply and get that money. Deportation flights are underway from Alligator Alcatraz. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said that several flights carried illegal immigrants back to their home countries. Those flights started departing the Everglades late last week at 7:07. On the Valley's Morning News. In Austin, the fight over President Trump's plan for state lawmakers to redraw Texas congressional maps to flip seats in favor of Republicans got a bit interesting late last week as a group of House Democrats, they bolted, they left the state.
15 members of the Texas House Democratic Caucus are headed to California and Illinois to meet with their Democratic governors. The belief is that Governor Abbott is holding flood relief hostage in the special session with redistricting. Caucus Chair State Rep Gene Wu quoted as saying, since Governor Abbott is acting like a child, we are going to find adults to talk to. There's a reason they picked these states. Rice University political scientist Mark Jones.
The logic is that if a Republican state like Texas is going to try to rig the system to benefit Republicans and President Trump, Democratic states like California and Illinois should also try to rig the system to benefit Democrats and hurt President Trump.
It's a one-day trip. It's not an effort to break quorum in the special session since the House doesn't gavel until Monday.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Yes, and new rules on breaking quorum would cost some lawmakers maybe even their chance to represent their district or cost them big fines. An app built as a safe space for women to talk about men. Well, that app has been hacked.
Thousands of pictures and images of ID cards have been leaked online. The T-app provides users who are verified as women with an opportunity to share notes about men looking for red flags or other info about their behavior. The hacked data, which appears to be about 2 years old, was leaked on the website 4chan. The company behind the app says it's working to secure its platform and prevent any further breaches. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
It's 7:08 on News Talk 710 KURV. And coming up after AccuWeather, we'll talk about Texas peach wine. Have you tried it? There might be a bit more of it thanks to recent hailstorms in Central Texas. We'll talk about that after AccuWeather. I want to say thank you to all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch for providing us the 7 o'clock AccuWeather. You stop by, say hi to Dougie from us. Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh, certified dealer for Purina liquid feed. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. And look, let's start with the tropics, Jeffy. Tropical coverage 2025. Caribbean, anything in the Atlantic? What do you say?
Yes, in the Atlantic, yes, but nothing that has any impacts to the Gulf. Everything's going to be well east of the Bahamas. We have one that we're tracking for July 28th, 29th, east of Bahamas, south of Bermuda. The next one, July 30th through August 2nd. That's going to be in the Lesser Antilles, and it is expected to also go north of the Bahamas. And then finally, August 2nd through the 5th, well east of the southeast coastal states. Nothing, unfortunately, at all is anticipated for West Coast Florida or all the way to Brownsville.
All right, pal. So the triple-digit heat frost will linger. It will continue. I sent you something that some meteorologists posted on X or on Facebook or something, calling for maybe Texas being touched by a cool front at the beginning of August. But that would be like for North Texas, right? Like other areas of Texas.
Yeah, looking like more North Texas, because even San Antonio, they do get some relief Saturday and Sunday back to the mid to upper 80s. But the better, I guess, feel is going to be even in Houston, Saturday and Sunday, low 90s. So that's pretty much the furthest south extent. And then Dallas will get to the low 90s as well. So looking at 91, Saturday and Sunday, both areas will see showers and storms.
Yeah, low 90s. For Dallas this weekend. Yeah, take the jackets out. Oh, my goodness, that's chilly. This is for a cool front to hit North Texas, or why even call it cool front? Well, I guess it's because it's not triple
digit.
It is. Right. That's an outlier, right? We normally don't see something like that.
Usually you don't see anything that, I guess, strong moving that far south because there's a lot of southerly winds that want to keep those at bay.
And Texas travel, we're good, right? Today, tomorrow?
Yeah, we're pretty good. So weather-wise, it's going to be sunny, hot, upper 90s, low 100s for Dallas, mid to upper 90s, Houston with the sunshine, and same thing for San Antonio.
Did you check the menu for today?
I am scrolling right now, July 28th.
It's delicious today.
Oh, yes, it is.
We got Chicken Wing Day. Chicken wing. And
wait, you're a day ahead.
Oh, no. Well, either way, I'm going to get some chicken wing.
It's National Hamburger Day today.
Oh, man, that's pretty good.
You know what? You can still have a chicken wing appetizer for before you have a hamburger.
There we go. I like the way you think. Yeah.
Well,
because so that means that tomorrow, lasagna day. That'd be tomorrow. Right. So it's chicken wing and lasagna tomorrow.
Yep.
And you said hamburger for it, not cheeseburger, right?
Well, it says hamburger. You can put cheese on it.
Put cheese on it.
Although it for tomorrow, it is cheese sacrifice purchase day. I don't know what that means.
What? Cheese sacrifice cheese sacrifice purchase
day? Like, I don't know. Does that mean you don't buy cheese?
Yeah, I'll have to read further into that one. Ain't no way. No,
right.
I need my cheese. All right. Thank you, pal. Call you next hour. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine on 710 KURV. And as I mentioned right before AccuWeather, another delicious item. Just the combination of these two. Peach wine, Texas peach wine. There might be more of it because, well, hail.
Spring storms can be brutal on the Hill Country peach crop. It's hard to sell fruit damaged by hail, but that's a problem many now have solved.
You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So when you have a hailstorm on your peaches, make peach wine because, you know, you can't sell them. So that's kind of how this all came about.
Texas Ag Commissioner Sid Miller says a number of the Fredericksburg area wineries are finding a new market.
A lot of wineries are now making specifically on purpose, not just because there was a surplus of blemished peaches, peach wine, and it's an outstanding product.
Peach wine is growing in popularity, and that's helping peach growers stay in business.
Thousands of employees over at NASA might be taking advantage of early retirement. NASA recently announced that 3,000 employees have accepted offers for early retirement or have resigned. That amounts to about 1/5 of the workforce at NASA. Big business story of the morning. President Trump announcing a new trade deal with the European Union that would lower tariffs to 15%. Speaking on Sunday, the president, you know how it is. It's the biggest of all deals, he said, during a joint news conference. Mr. Trump said the 27-member EU has agreed to purchase $750 billion worth of U.S. goods, including energy and military, farm, and pharmaceuticals. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. I want to share with you a conversation I had with our incoming Chief Operating Officer at Texas A&M, the local office for Texas A&M, local campus for Texas A&M, a familiar face in the courts and in leadership in South Texas. My conversation with Ernie Eliseda next on the Valley's Morning News.
Active Liver is the easy way to get daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
As we move into the hurricane season, McAfee Agency Insurance reminds you that your checklist should include more than batteries and bottled water. Review your insurance policy or get one before the storm. Once it enters the Gulf, you won't be granted coverage. Keep in mind a 30-day waiting period for flood insurance, and make sure you have an endorsement for windstorm insurance. Should you have any questions, call the McAfee Agency at 956-565-2481. That's the McAfee Agency at 956-565-2481.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
News, traffic, weather, sports.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, home to Houston Astros baseball. My goodness. It got obliterated this past weekend by a cellar dweller. Last place A's swept the Astros at home. They're still at home. This time they host the Nationals. 6:40 pregame tonight on News Talk 710 KURV, home to the Astros. Made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Mission Economic Development Office. It's a pleasure to have in studio here at 710 KURV a dear friend of many years. I've known him through political efforts and races for judge and this, that, and the other appointments by the governor for all sorts of offices. Of late, he's been working as counsel for a major hospital, DHR, of course, city of McAllen. I believe you were telling me you were one of the attorneys for there. He will soon be the chief operating officer and also one of the vice presidents, right?
Associate
vice president for Texas A&M McAllen, the big McAllen campus. Well, it's the little campus now. But last conversation with the chancellor, John Sharp, who's now moved on to do other work. We have a new chancellor coming in, and he was stressing and reviewing the potential for growth at Texas A&M McAllen. And we got a big nursing outfit coming up, big new building, and more buildings likely on the way. How do you see Texas A&M fitting into the rapid expanding economy of the valley with so much stuff going on with liquefied natural gas and aerospace and engineering on agriculture sciences to life sciences and all these, even petrochemical, traditional energy sciences, geological sciences? It's incredible. Here, and you're part of it now. It's amazing to see because as you and I were talking off air, in this generation of change, we were very poor. We still are kind of poor compared to many, but prosperity is here, and Texas A&M carrying that flag for us here in South Texas. I want to get your initial thoughts as you got the call to take charge, chief operating officer over at Texas A&M here pretty soon.
Well, I guess first of all, thanks for having me on your show, and secondly, I still have not started. I don't start till August 15th, so I don't want to speak out of tune. So, you mentioned our economy down here, and you and I grew up here, I think you would agree that our economy has moved from an agricultural-based economy to a much more diverse economy. And you alluded to LNG, SpaceX, all different things that are in the valley now. And I think, one of the things that A&M wants to do is to be in tune with the needs of the valley economy. And A&M's been here for a while. I mean, if you really consider how long A&M has been here as it relates to the agriculture facility that they have, they've been here over 100 years, believe it or not.
Ag research, and of course, there's the rural health office, all the research related to that.
Correct.
But we got actually two major campuses. We could call it A&M RGV here pretty soon, because over at the Port of Brownsville, that major training facility that will try to pipe and feed into whatever liquefied natural gas or aerospace or food process, whatever it is at the port, be feeding into that here pretty soon. That one major, I think, what was it, like a 30,000 square foot campus over at Brownsville near the port here pretty soon.
And you also have the South Campus Public Health facility.
So as an operating officer, I'm guessing that's when the chief of operations, you'll be overseeing a lot of the back and forth, or it's just to the McAllen.
I will be focused in McAllen.
Just the McAllen facility.
Correct.
Which could be very, very big in the very near future. By 2030, I think John Sharp, I need to go back and listen to the conversation with John Sharp. He says it could be quite the size. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, we're going to open up the new nursing facility and research facility in the spring. So that's the second building that's going up right now. And that would definitely be huge.
Judge Ernie Aliceta, every time I see that's the only word I think is judge, because I've seen you being appointed left and right to so many different judgeships in the area. Judge Ernie Aliceta, my guest, he's going to be, Lord willing, Chief Operating Officer, Texas A&M or McAllen campus here pretty soon. And as a graduate of Texas A&M, what year was it?
I'm class 88.
Class 88.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness.
We're getting old, Sergio.
I was ribbing Ernie about him being a University of Texas regent at one time. Like the A&M dude go to work at UT. So how did that happen many years back?
Honestly, I don't know. And to top it off, I was in the Corps Cadets at A&M, so I truly bleed maroon. But it was a wonderful experience, and I think we did some wonderful things when we were on the board. I was on the board from 2013 to 2019, and we created two new medical schools, one here and one in Austin. In addition, we were involved with the creation of UTRGV, the brand new university.
There in key transformative years for us being part of the UT pipeline. And yes, as you said, the creation, which is UTRGV now celebrating 10 years, by the way. Happy birthday to UTRGV.
Yes.
Born back in 2015. But also the medical school, all those conversations to see key players in the medical community and legislative community to come together, say, boom, let's do it. Need a medical school, and the changes and the blessings that we've seen.
It was a wonderful opportunity. I was the first regent from the Valley, I believe, since Mario Ramirez. So we hadn't had a regent from the Valley in 20 years. And I think, kudos to then Governor Perry for deciding to appoint someone from the Rio Grande Valley to have a seat at the table during the important time.
10-4. Did you, how did your parents, of course, deep maroon, they bleed also maroon. How did they take news that Mijo was going to be a UT regent, University of Texas regent? How'd they take that?
Well, first of all, my parents don't bleed maroon. My brother and sister went to UT. My brother went to UT Austin undergrad and law school. So
Okay.
I was kind of the one that decided to go to
Oh,
A&M.
I see. I
So,
see. Okay.
and be a little bit different to get out of my shell.
Okay. But everybody's on speaking terms. We're all good, right?
We're all good.
Well,
We're all
We
good,
see each
yes.
other for Thanksgiving and Christmas
Yes.
and all that.
Yes, we're all good.
Where do you think the Valley economy is going over the next 10 years, 20 years? The way things are happening right now, it's just beautiful.
I mean, Sergio, just look around. I mean, drive to the island. Take the road that
connects over to Brownsville. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Down the port of Brownsville. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. I mean, you see the lights at night if you're driving there in the evening. I mean, it's just incredible. And then you look at the facilities over that SpaceX has created. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. And it used to be you used to have a lot of different little cities, and there used to be space in between, and now there's really no space in between from here to the island.
Yeah. And you see it when you're flying in at night. You're coming into land in McAllen, or even at Harlingen. You see at a distance on the horizon nothing but lights. It looks like Houston. It looks like a big city, nothing but lights. It's all the horizon, as far as the horizon can see, as you're about to land. Ernie Eliceda, Judge Ernie Eliceda, my friend, he is going to be.
Please call me Ernie.
I know, man. I got that judge thing just stuck in my head. I have the utmost respect for you. Chief Operating Officer, future Chief Operating Officer for Texas A&M or McAllen and campus. Are there, and speaking with, when you get a chance to muster with your A&M folks,
correct?
And they're running the businesses, they're running the banks, they're running industry here in South Texas. Do you guys ever talk about what we need, what we should recruit, what we should bring to South Texas in order to complement education, higher education, and use that in order to bring certain types of industry? I'm thinking there's probably a lot of talk these days about high tech and potential big employers head this way related to high tech. And of course, Texas A&M can play a big role in that, getting that workforce of those engineers ready near future.
That's absolutely correct. I mean, I think this position needs to be in tune with the needs of our economy down here. Obviously, we want to offer programs, undergraduate programs that are needed here in the Valley, and I think we've got a good start. We've got 9 programs currently offered, soon to be 10. From everything from biomedical sciences to construction science to interdisciplinary engineering, and those are obviously needs that we currently have here in the Valley.
And you got room to grow.
And we have
plenty
room
of
to grow.
acreage there at Tres Lagos area.
Yeah. We have 100 acres there.
Nice.
And, UT Austin only has the 42 acres.
Oh, they're landlocked. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
they can't even fix the freeway nearby. It's so clogged up. Yeah, but to have 100 acres,
100
and
acres.
we're only taking a few right now, and a few more likely to be taken up with that big nursing program as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't mean to put you on the spot because John Sharper's real quick about this one. How many students do we have? Más o menos right now.
Currently, it's a little under 500. I think the exact figure is probably closer to 430. But obviously, the intent is to have that campus grow.
Yeah. But the new nursing program likely to be, I think he said about 3,000. I think más o menos by 2030, something like that.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you want folks to know about your new gig around the corner, or A&M McAllen right now in general?
Listen, A&M has, I think, always produced great students and degrees. this is another opportunity for higher education for our kids down in the Valley. And I think that's what it's all about, is having these opportunities. And here at Texas A&M, in the McAllen campus, you have an opportunity to get the Aggie ring, and it is a Tier 1 institution. And the Aggie Network, we're over 500,000 former students. And I don't think I've ever been to the airport, either here or in Houston, where I'm not approached by somebody that says, "Hey, you went to A&M?" "Yeah, I'm class of so-and-so." I mean, it's a very tight community that we have.
You guys are like a special handshake, like,
No special handshakes, but we all have the same ring.
Texas A&M continues to expand their footprint and presence and influence and benefits in South Texas. I'm reminded of a recent announcement by South Texas College where our kids can start like engineering programs through South Texas College and pivot over to Texas A&M. So there's a direct path now from South Texas College over to Texas A&M, part of the continuing effort to get our kids, our Huercos in South Texas, to seize the opportunity and the benefits of this expanding economy.
Yeah, I want this campus to be a destination for people, and I want our students here, our high school kids, to want to go to Texas A&M here in the Valley. I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Wonderful opportunity.
Well, Ernie, I appreciate you stopping by. Keep in touch, brother. I know good things are coming, whether folks at Texas A&M as well.
Thank you again.
Congratulations on your new assignment.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you again.
Ernie Eliseda, our incoming Chief Operating Officer for Texas A&M McAllen. And for those of you who know the Eliseda family, thanks to Debbie for allowing Ernie to come out and play with us for a few minutes. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Up in Austin, the Texas Senate still interested in outright banning any hemp-derived THC consumables. The Texas House is favoring regulating the industry. Senator John Cornyn is calling for a special counsel to investigate former President Barack Obama and his assistants for their handling of the bogus Russia investigation into Donald Trump after the 2016 election. And today is a great day for a sweet treat. It's National Milk Chocolate Day.
Americans eat nearly 3 billion pounds of milk chocolate every year. That's roughly 11 pounds per person. It's milky by design with a kick of caffeine. Research shows just the smell can trigger relaxation, but eating it boosts your mood. And it's good for you, sort of. Milk chocolate contains calcium, vitamin D, and protein, but also a lot of sugar. I'm Bree Tennis.
Yeah, that's where it gets you, sugar and fat. Unlike the dark chocolate, right? That's good for you, right? You can eat all that. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball. Yeah, we're still there with them, even though they got swept this past weekend. Sports next on 710 KURV.
It takes one whiff. Everything on the menu seems to be calling out to you. Dish after dish looks so good that you just can't seem to make up your mind. Everything looks better than the last thing. It's almost mind-boggling, and that's the moment that you realize you are at the right place. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Sushi, all kinds, and always delicate, fresh, and delicious. Sushi and Chinese food all at the same place. Zen. Everything you want. Individually, custom, wok-fired, crispy General Chow chicken, and all of your favorite Chinese food like sizzling steak lo mein. It's an experience you'll absolutely love. Lunch and dinner, all you can eat at Zen. You don't have to decide on one thing because you get it all. Everything on the menu is yours for one low price. All you can eat. Bring everybody. With kids' meals at just $8.99, there's just no better option out there. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat, unlimited, unforgettable, unapologetically affordable. Zen.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Later tonight, tune in for Houston Astros baseball when they host the Washington Nationals. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros continue to struggle as the Athletics completed their 4-game sweep of the series yesterday at Daikin Park with a final score of 7-1. Despite being scoreless until the bottom of the ninth, Houston was putting the ball in play, finishing with 7 hits, including 2 doubles. Now the focus quickly turns to tonight's home series opener against the Washington Nationals. First pitch is set for 7:10 as Framber Valdez, with 11 wins this season, pitches for Houston against Washington's Brad Lord with a 2-5 record on the year. The Texas Rangers continue to be a wrecking ball as they finished the sweep of the Atlanta Braves yesterday with a final score of 8-1. Texas wasted no time getting the offense started as Wyatt Langford used a double to clear the loaded bases in the bottom of the first. After the lone run was scored by the Braves, Josh Smith broke the game open with a 2-run homer in the second, setting the tone for the rest of the game. Both sides were unable to score again as the Rangers cruised to their 6th straight win, including winning 9 of their last 10. Now the Rangers have a quick turnaround as they started the 3-game series in Anaheim tonight against the Angels. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Let's start with baseball. Juan Soto with a go-ahead homer in the 7th helped the Mets down the Giants to sweep the series in San Francisco for their 7th straight win. The Yankees beat the Phillies to avoid the sweep at home. Phillies now a game and a half back of the Mets for the top spot in the NL East. Chargers signed left tackle Rashawn Slater to a 4-year extension worth $114 million. With $92 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history. Cowboys locking up tight end Jake Ferguson with a 4-year, $52 million extension. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
AccuWeather says highs for today, triple digits. Oh, goody. Yeah, you like weather today, you're going to like it all week. It's pretty much triple digits the remainder of the week. Although weather might change this weekend. Southeast Texas, Northeast Texas as well. So tune into AccuWeather and check that travel forecast. Border Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. Let's see if we got the latest numbers. So if you're driving back to McAllen, it's busy at the Hidalgo Bridge, about 45 minutes, 35 to 40 at the Far Bridge. And as you're headed back to Brownsville, 20, 30 minutes, B&M Gateway and Veterans. It's an honor that you join us on News Talk 710 KURV. Discover us at Radio Para Mi. Download that free app and listen on your smartphone. It's Radio Para Mi. Download it today. It's free. Business news. Check of your money up next.
It's hurricane season. The time to prepare is now. Stay ahead of the storm with Tropical Coverage 2025 on News Talk 710 KURV, your trusted source for real-time updates. With resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, we'll bring you the information you need to be ready and be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2025 is powered by Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, McAfee Agency, Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and News Talk 710 KURV.
It's on the to-do list for the week. I've been telling you for several years now. And I know you've been thinking, yeah, that's a really good idea. That's a very, very good idea. I love my family. Pre-plan, prepay that event when the Lord calls and says, it's time to punch out, time to come home. Yeah, your immediate family has to deal with that, right? I tell you this from experience, and I want to thank Mark and Carla McCaleb from McCaleb Funeral Home. For several years now, they've entrusted me to message to you this very loving thing to do for families. It's like everything else, right? You get your finances in order. You speak with financial counselors. You buy life insurance to protect your immediate family. It's the same thing. In that moment, that is the moment of separation. Yes, it's very painful. And your family should just love on each other, don't you think? My mom and dad, and I tell you from experience, my mom and dad did this years ago. And when the time came, when the Lord called them home, it made a huge, huge difference. So call Carla McCaleb Funeral Home. You don't have to go to Weslaco. Carla will send a team member to you. Have a sit down. Let's answer all these questions. Get everything pre-planned. Set up for prepayment. They're good. Put it on the shelf and wait on the Lord to call someone home. Carla McCaleb Funeral Home. Call or text her now and get this appointment done. 956-650-2841.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Alibaba has unveiled a pair of smart glasses powered by its artificial intelligence models. The e-commerce giant said the Quark AI glasses will be launched in China by the end of 2025, with hardware powered by the firm's Qwen large language model and its advanced AI assistant called Quark. United Health's second quarter earnings comes 2.5 months since chairman and CEO Stephen Hemsley retook the role of chief executive. The company pledged to provide new guidance on 2025 earnings with the release after suspending its outlook in May following an abrupt change of leadership. Warner Brothers Discovery had two films cross the $500 million mark this weekend, DC Studios' Superman and Apple's F1. The benchmark is a boon for Warner Brothers DC Studios, as Superman is the first theatrical debut of James Gunn and Peter Safran since they became co-heads of the film and TV unit in late 2022. Futures are slightly higher. Friday, the Dow Industrials gained 208. That's Your Money Now.
In Austin, they've got self-driving vehicles, or self-driving taxis, and now trucks. Some trucks are running up and down Texas interstates, driven by computers as well.
The trucking industry says it needs another 80,000 drivers. The company Plus designed software for self-driving trucks, and the company's Earl Adams says they're testing here in Texas.
Texas, by its nature, loves taking the lead.
He says self-driving trucks can keep the economy moving, but a self-driving truck will not speed, get distracted on its cell phone, or drive tired.
It's actually, in our opinion, is going to make these commercial vehicles even safer on the road than what they are currently.
He says self-driving trucks might eventually take over long-haul routes, but they'll only run from distribution center to distribution center.
There's always going to be a need for that last mile. That will actually be beneficial to drivers because they'll be able to get home at night.
He says they're testing with drivers still in the truck now, but the software will pull the truck over if it notices a problem.
I think the only people who'd be sad would be like the Flying J, truck stop folks, right? No more truckers stopping by for showers and, for sandwiches, right? The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says highs today should be low 100s. Same thing for tomorrow. Right now it is 81 degrees. Mission, McAllen, Edinburgh, and at Starbase, Texas, Brownsville, we're also at 80 degrees. Thank you much for joining us on The Valley's Morning News. Discover us online. You do everything on your smartphone, so discover the free app Radio Para Mí. Download it today and listen on your smartphone. 710 KURV. Headed to work this morning. Oh, man, you're hungry. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. The solution? Well, you got a couple. One would be to bug mom or your abuelita or your tia. So, hey, tia, mom, abuelita, I want some breakfast tacos. No, don't do that. Let her rest. We got El Pato. It's the same recipes. Oh, my goodness. It's so wonderful. The same taste, the essence of South Texas Mexican food. Fresh off the skillet. Flour tortillas. You know how they smell. You know how they look. Want a little bit of butter for that? Yes, I do. Thank you. And, of course, your favorite ingredients. Could be bacon. Ooh, gets lots of bacon in there. Ham, cheese, potato, of course, the egg. Chorizo. Don't forget chorizo. And if you missed barbacoa this weekend, barbacoa breakfast tacos with, don't forget the refried bean from El Pato. Oh, my goodness. So good. Get a bag full of those breakfast tacos. Right now, the big special at all El Pato restaurants. For lunch, for dinner, enchilada and fajita pato plate. That would be 2 enchiladas that are either cheese, wonderful yellow, delicious yellow cheese, or the chicken, the shredded chicken, the seasoned shredded chicken, rice bean, and the big fat pato, the big fat taco, the flour tortilla with the fajitas. Plus the drink, an amazing $9.99 for a limited time at all El Pato restaurants.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Everything you need to know to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Monday. It's July 28th, 2025. The Valley's Morning News. Show producer Fred Cruz. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. I'm Sergio Sanchez. You and family, thank you for tuning in. Join us at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app today. Listen on your smartphone. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The sounds of the bagpipes at President Trump's golf course in Turnberry, Scotland. He meets the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer for talks on trade and restarting ceasefire talks between Israel and the terror group Hamas. President Trump on the situation in Gaza.
Those children look very hungry, but we're giving a lot of money and a lot of food, and other nations are now stepping up.
Prime Minister Starmer.
Nobody wants to see that, and I think people in Britain are revolted at seeing what they're seeing on their screens. So we've got to get to that ceasefire, and thank you, Mr. President, for leading on that, and also to just get more and more aid in.
That meeting taking place less than 24 hours after the massive tariff and trade deal between the U.S. and European Union. And today, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is in Sweden meeting with his counterparts from China. America's listening to Fox News.
Texas special legislative session continues in Austin, and aside from the number one issue, which would be redistricting for Republicans, also talk about disaster aid. Texas lawmakers are being asked to address public education again.
The governor wants to get rid of the STAR test in public schools, and he's got a ton of support. Clay Robinson with the Texas State Teachers Association says that one high-stakes test does not give an accurate representation of a student's abilities.
They take the test toward the end of the school year, and nobody even knows what the kids make until after they've gone home.
But finding an alternative that everyone can agree on is tough. One idea is for 3 separate tests to gauge a student's progress. The union also wants an alternative to a test for kids with different learning abilities.
Michael Board reporting Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has lost a key endorsement in his bid to replace Senator John Cornyn. The state's most prominent conservative activist group, Texas Values, saying they can no longer back someone who committed adultery. The group's president saying that supporting traditional marriage is a key issue for them, and Mr. Paxton and his wife, State Senator Angela Paxton, recently filed for divorce. She accuses Ken Paxton of adultery. The threat of rabies is rising in the country.
Officials declared a public health threat after 25 cases were confirmed on Long Island, New York. The main method of transmission includes bites and scratches from wild animals, with raccoons and bats being the two most common animals to spread rabies. Officials are warning people to stay safe and protect themselves and their pets from the deadly disease. I'm Brian Shook.
And the Hall of Fame class for this year: Ichiro Suzuki, Dave Parker, and a name Astros fans would remember, Billy Wagner. Billy Wagner, part of the All-Star class of this year. A couple of others as well. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We invite you to join us on your smartphone. How about that? You do everything else on your smartphone. You pay for stuff. You're listening to other stuff. Radio Para Mi is the free app. Discover it and listen via your smartphone. 710 KURV is at Radio Para Mi. A big hug and good morning to all the gang over at Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh. My buddies Jeff and JP. Now is the time to stop by and visit with Jeff and JP at Amigo Power Equipment to get the Kubota equipment that you need, including the Kubota compact tractors. Number one selling compact tractor lineup in the U.S. would be the Kubota LX series. You'll find that at Amigo Power right now. Comfortable and versatile, dependable, all these different features they have. The Kubota LX series, number one selling compact tractor in the nation. You'll see it at Amigo Power Equipment today. And JP and Jeff will get you hooked up with this equipment. Select LX 2620 SU series for as low as $19,999 or $295 per month now through September 30th. That's right. Visit Amigo Power today and get your select LX 2620 SU Kubota series for as low as $19,999 or $295 per month. Again, between now and September 30th. KubotaUSA.com for more details and information, or just get all the information that you need. Get all the details by visiting Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Hurricane season is here. Protect yourself and your loved ones and get your prescriptions filled at Lee's Pharmacy today. Hard to find meds? Go to Lee's. Doctor prescribes a special compound medication? Go to Lee's. Lee's Pharmacy is one of the few local pharmacies that can prepare exactly what your doctor ordered. Need more than medicine? Lee's Pharmacy also carries a full range of medical equipment. Lee's Pharmacy, giving back to the community that made us great. Lee's Pharmacy, where your health is our priority this hurricane season and always.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
When President Trump and Senator John Cornyn passed the One Big Beautiful Bill, they put America and Texas first, securing our border, keeping American jobs from being sent overseas, and enacting the biggest tax cut in history. Here's what our fellow Texans are saying.
John Cornyn got us billions of dollars in funding to secure the border.
And 18,000 new immigration agents. As a Texas sheriff, I like that.
They're stopping our jobs from being sent overseas, keeping them right here in Texas.
John Cornyn has Texans' backs. He votes with President Trump 99% of the time.
Thank you, Senator Cornyn.
Thank you, President Trump and Senator Cornyn.
Thank you, John Cornyn, for standing with President Trump to make America and Texas great again.
Call Senator John Cornyn at 202-224-2934 and thank him for support.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the